2017 is officially the year of gypsies, because I said so. What is up, music lovers? Meanwhile, on the other stage is back in the normal mode and in the British accent. I'm trying really hard to keep it up that way, but all the American TV shows, it's hard. It's really hard. We are continuing with festivals, artists, album reviews, and all that shenanigans. This time around we have a very special album review, as we were waiting for this band's debut album for quite a while, I'd say. We've talked about them in one of our earlier videos and fell in love with them even further since. Reading's talented four-piece Sundara just released a brand new debut record, mouthfully titled Youth is Only Ever Fun in Retrospect. Not as long as the 1975 one, but still, yeah, thanks for that. The debut is full of energy, younger attitude, lots of festival anthems, youth anthems, and love. About 70% of the album is already well known and well loved by band's fans and listeners, which is quite a common problem among the debut record releases, as there's so much good pre-release material that you just cannot forget to put it in the first ever officially released thing. For the listeners of this album, it could be hard to put new fresh songs you didn't hear before to first degree of attention, as the ones you already know and love, you just kind of wait for them in a track list to sing along to, because you know the lyrics, you know what the song's going to be about, and you know all of that. So you can even start to skip the new ones to get to the ones you already enjoy so much. But I'm pretty sure there are people who skip the older tracks and try to explore the newer ones. I'm not one of those persons, so listening to this record for the first time, I kind of was distracted by all the old favorite songs of mine and couldn't really catch the newer ones to listen carefully to them. But yeah, anyway, Sundara's debut is almost fully really big crowd-based music. They're not particularly one-to-one intimacy. It is still on the record, especially listening to some of the lyrics and some of the slower pieces on the album, but it's rather a collective one, I guess, for all the youngsters out there listening to Sundara, and to which the boys compiled this record after all, claiming that youth is only fun in retrospect, to which I strongly relate to. Going deeper into all of this, things are always kind of more pleasant after a little while, because people used to forget or dismiss the bad things and keep on the good stuff, reminiscing about the salad days. In a way, this record is a this generation youth anthem. We have bigger, loud, romantic, positive vibes, tunes, with sometimes simpler lyrics with lines like wild eyes, skinny jeans, disengaged at just 19, or more profound references to Shakespeare or Plato, or social political commentary. Altogether, it symbolizes a generation quite well. The so oftenly received disengaged youth reacts to the outside world, actually, just in a different form or way of portrayment. It's not that this is only the modern thing. Each generation had their own problems, and a lot of them were similar. What is really cool to see is how different ages connect through art, style, creative visions, and likes. Talking about Sundara from the very beginning of their official career, here first they released singles and a couple of EPs, they have reminded me of the 80s aesthetics, not musically in particular, but more as the whole outlook they gave and still continue to give. It could be that the 80s are primarily super huge right now. It could be Sundara gang unconsciously romanticize that era. It also could be that the history repeats itself in a lot of ways. Quoting good old Linkin Park, in the end, it doesn't even matter. What matters, though, is that there are bands like Sundara who matches the era and go with the flow of the younger generations. Like there is our other favorites, Blind Evan, who also heavily flourish on the 80s, but in opposite to Sundara, they sing about youth problematic being in a moodier, sad, painful, emotional manner. They're not that much emo or anything, but if you're comparing the two bands, you could feel the different colored tones in their music, you know what I mean? Coming back to the album release, well, I love it. It's all you ever wanted really from Sundara. album. It opens up with this amazing, energetic, great drum beat, sing-along hit. A Young Understanding seamlessly flows, want to especially put it out there. The transitions on the album are smooth as fuck. Therefore, the track listing is great and really well put it together. A Young Understanding flows into my personal old favorite, LOVEBLOOD. I was extremely happy to see them re-release it last year and this track making it to the debut album, because this is a fantastic track with racing rhythm, great production elements, and the chorus is to live for. What I also like about Sundara is they don't really stay in the same lane. They try different stuff but still in their own range. I really didn't get OLYMPIA the very first time it was released, for example. I think due to the fact that I was used to the classic Sundara, to the stuff they did before, but it grew on me eventually, and in the album it actually sounds great. I like the verses the most, plus I think Oscar's frontman's vocal delivery shines the most in this particular track. He has quite an interesting and, in my opinion, unusual voice, and it's cool how it comes all together with what Sundara does musically. Happy Family, the latest pre-released single, is one of those slower pieces on the album. It has a sort of Americana feel bounced into it. It's a good track though. I'd love it to stay all ballady and slow and without a beat, even though I usually skip the ballads on especially debut album, but I've heard Sundara perform some of their songs in acoustic and it sounded really good. So I want to hear more acoustic and slower pieces from Sundara in general. Yeah, but still it's an okay track. Happy Family, it's a good track. Playing one of the hit tracks by Sundara is definitely one of this album's picks. It has fiery, sexy, animal vibes and instrumentals. At least that's what I get from it. I like the chorus of the track with very much danceable beat. It's one of those tracks which Sundara will definitely sing at every and each gig for a long time, and everybody will fangirl about it. Lose the Feeling is not my ultimate favorite track from them, but I appreciate the Americana vibe again here, and I still can groove to it as it has the catchiest melody. And Oscar's vocals are really good here again. It's a romantic drive through the summer hits, valleys kind of ballad. Another album's pick is She Said, again with a great hit potential. A Britpop-like storytelling and an easy get into your head chorus. It's a fun track from a young new band for all the young fangirls to dance off the hardest at the gig or at Reading Festival. Was kind of surprised to see the earlier single from them, VVN, making it to the record. It's a cool older track with sometimes quite fluffy lyrics on it and an overall greenier attitude, but it's a definite fan favorite, so it's good that it's there. I'm not sure which track was written when. Not pre-release tracks are the latest ones, so one of the latest ones. I really like Be Nobody track, for example, as it seems more complex and more so hated adjective mature. The guitars here brings out strong The Killers or Kings of Leon in their best days, not the latest release, I'm sorry. Vibes which I love and mixture with Oscar's voice. Plus Be Nobody doesn't have a usual racing song structure, drive, and it still works, it sounds really good, and I think that shows that Sundara doesn't really joke around with their creative potential. Both Deep Relief and Watching from the Great Heights start to slow down the album, though still being good, decent songs, a lot like what Sundara are used to make. But yeah, I like some of the production choices on Great Heights, for example, though this is an interesting, quite interesting track. Those two tracks feel like the pause before the epic, already known, expected ending of the album. Ben's another hit, fan favorite, The Night, which starts out quite mysteriously, then bursts out into one of the best guitar, drum, electronic, instrumental beauties. Good chorus, and once again, rather Kings of Leon's 2008's Only by the Night album reminiscent riffs. It's a great closer track. before the record, I was honestly a little bit worried about it being slightly boring due to pretty much all the songs being pre-released and all the what can Sundara Karma show more. But hey, I'm super happy I was wrong with that. Because Youth is Only Ever Fun in Retrospect is a good album. And I'm loving the hell of the debut. It starts to feel that UK needs new heroes, and the creative youngsters like Sundara Karma are ready to deliver that. As some older bands finish their collective careers, I'm Watching You, the Maccabees, as they struggle the world fame and all being more interesting than ever before, releasing their third, fifth, sixth record. It's quite hard for them out there. Some of those guys being in their 30s now, starting families, having kids, can't really relate to all the 16, 18 years olds who have a strong necessity of their generation's voice. UK, thanks to its infinite creative layers, has a bunch of new fresh music to offer, and the only one question in a way of becoming the new big UK indie rock band is how to be original in that. How to be original in anything. Sundara Karma quite well meets the qualities and the hype which is around them right now. I personally look forward to see them go bigger. I think they deserve it, and I really want them to experiment more with their sound. Yeah, I think it would sound great. These are our thoughts on Sundara Karma's debut record. In the comments down below, we want to hear your opinion and maybe a short review on the album. Also, don't forget to like and to share this video with everyone you know, and also to watch our other album reviews and to subscribe to our channel if you want to continue the conversation. Furthermore, you can actually follow us on social media. All the links are in the description. Support the band by buying their new record and be sure to follow them everywhere as well. They're really good, talented guys. Let the young live, and peace off.